All right, what's happening, Ward Wrestling Live? Man, only one show today. Unfortunately, earlier the dude called. Unfortunate thing with his mom, heart attack, but I'm sure they'll be okay out there in India. But anyway, we're here, Ward Wrestling Live, another great, amazing wrestler, mind, whatever in our country. And he's here with us today, Gabriel Rangel. He's a two-time state placer in high school in Iowa. He's a two-time USA Wrestling All-American. He's a college national qualifier, and he's a member of the 9-time national champs over at Grandview. Hey, how are you, buddy, man? Hey, thanks so much for coming on. It's an honor to talk to you, to get to meet you, and I just appreciate this.
No problem. I appreciate you. I'm glad to be on and talk to you about what I love to do.
Yeah, it's been exciting doing the show, but obviously for you guys, I mean, talk about you're getting ready to do your senior year of college, and talk about how this off season has been affected because of this.
Like with the COVID and everything.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different than anything that we've ever experienced before, because I'm used to, here at Grandview, we get done with our national tournament, and 2 weeks later, we're right into freestyle. We're training right away, and then all throughout summer, we're training. So, I mean, at first, they closed the schools down and stuff. So, I personally had went back to the Quad Cities right when it happened back home, and then finally when it was open again, we were able to come back up here and start training. But it was feels like a couple months, but might have only been like a month or something. But yeah, it was a while where we were kind of on our own, and some guys even stayed up here, but they weren't able to get in the room. So, I mean, it was affected for us, but here I feel like we all have the similar goal. So I mean, even when we weren't in the room, we were still training on our own. At least me personally.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, how did Coach Mitchell and his staff just kind of keep in touch and keep you guys in the right state of mind just to train off campus and train while you're home?
Yeah, I mean, even with that, he does a great job all the time, but he was still like reaching out to us, and I mean, I was talking to him on the phone and stuff, and just keeping that connection. And he was just telling us, no matter what's going on right now, it shouldn't change our hunger and the way we work out. So I mean, it was kind of nice, it was kind of just checking in, and we're able to do with what we had. So
that's awesome, man. So now you guys are you guys allowed back? Are you guys back in the gym now, at least doing some sort of?
Yeah, we've been training. Yeah, we've been training actually. And we've had practices 4 days a week, and have been able to like the workout facilities open, so we're able to lift and stuff. So it's kind of like they still have some guidelines and stuff to follow, but it's, at least we're able to get in.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, I'm in Florida where the cases are high, and it is what it is. So a little different rules, but I've heard in Iowa, everything is kind of mellowed out a little bit, and because the area is not as, like everything's so close here in Florida, where in Iowa everything's kind of spread out. So you guys have been able to really combat this and get things going in the right direction, and being able to open up and start wrestling again. So that had to be, man, how nice was it to be able to see your friends again, get back on the mat?
Man, I can't tell you how nice it was. I mean, it was just great to get back around the guys and around Coach Mitchell and the rest of the staff, and just because just being here and being around the championship culture, just I mean, I was hungry back home, but just being here makes it so much easier, being with my teammates and my friends that have the same goals as me. So, and then I'm not just back home by myself pushing myself. I got someone right to the left and to the right and left of me working with me.
Sure, man. So talk a little bit about coming up wrestling. You started in one hotbed in Illinois, which is crazy tough, and then you transferred over and moved to Iowa, where you wrestled the rest of your youth career there, and now of course still in Iowa. But talk about the difference of wrestling and or either the difference of Iowa, Illinois, or talk about, man, being a kid that got to experience two really strong areas of wrestling and how that helped you get to where you are today.
Yeah, I would actually say they're really similar. I mean, I wrestled like my grade school and stuff all in Illinois, and all through that, the IKWF and the middle school and stuff. And then when I was in 8th grade, I moved to Iowa, and then went to train with Assumption and stuff. And yeah, they were both really tough, but like I was definitely like fortunate to experience both, because obviously I consider Illinois and Iowa to be two of the toughest states in the nation. And like I had seen good guys up and down, because I've wrestled all types of different weights from being a kid and stuff. So I got to experience a lot of different guys, and even make connections. Like when I got older in high school, I was still able to train with some Illinois guys and stuff.
Man, that's awesome. So high school career at Assumption, that's what you did there. And then choosing Grandview. I know initially you chose Grandview, but then you took, you kind of did whatever, and you'll talk about it. And then now you're back at Grandview. But what was it about Grandview that made you say, you know what, that's the coach, that's the culture, that's the philosophy, that's where I want to be?
Yeah, I mean, everyone talks about kind of having that feeling like it just felt right. But I mean, not only did it feel right, but just everything that Coach Mitchell talked about, and we had conversed about, like he obviously has backed it up with the championships, and just everything that we have here, the resources at Grandview. And like as I've gotten older too, I've really seen and appreciated that more, because like I mean, coming out of high school, I mean, yeah, Grandview was super nice, but then like you said, I had left and had to go to JUCOs. So man, in JUCOs it was like being in high school, or worse than high school type facilities. And just yeah, that helped me like appreciate what I had at Grandview, and everything. And like it just shows how unique Grandview is for any division, really.
Yeah. And what would you say? How has Nick Mitchell just grown and kept such an amazing program there? How does he create so many winners? Not just winning wrestling teams, but he's has so many winners in life that have gone on to be great men that I've talked to that are coaching other schools now. Talk about that room and talk about that coaching staff and his expectations that really get you and everyone else to just be such great leaders in our society.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot really that goes into it, but I feel like Coach Mitchell has already lived through the culture, and he obviously came and started everything here at Grandview, the wrestling program. And so it's kind of like goes back, like I mean, the guys coming in now, like they look up to the guys that have came here in the past. And I mean, even those guys still come in and talk about how the culture was back then and how it is now. And Coach Mitchell just, man, every day like just preaches to us about how we can better ourselves in wrestling, but like you said, I mean off the mat, and I feel like that's what's makes him so awesome, is that he knows that like wrestling is just, it's a big part of our life, but at the same time it's so small. And he really focuses on making us better men, and then wrestling just follows right behind that.
That's awesome. So two things: your goals for your senior year, and then your future goals.
So my goals for my senior year is I mean, I have yet to be an All-American. I've qualified for a national tournament, had injuries, but I want to be national champion, and that's all I've been thinking about since my last season. So I mean, that's my one goal. Obviously, just to win a national championship, but I really just want to be the best version of myself that I can. Like Coach Mitchell talks a lot about that, like whether you reach your goal or not. I mean, it's more about becoming a better version of yourself. And at the end of the day, if I do that and I, do things right on and off the mat, then I won't regret anything.
Now, will you after your senior year, do you think you'll go right into life, or do you think you'll get your master's and stick around a little bit, or
Yeah, actually, I like to coach and get my master's for the following year, and then I'd like to do Greco. I've already done Greco for a while actually, And I've just never actually been in a training center that trains Greco. So I think it would be really cool to get in a place that can help me with focusing on that style. Because I've gone to world trials in the past and for 20 and under 20 U23s, and I've done really well. But I just didn't really know the rules and kind of just struggled with that one style.
Yeah, hey, it's a good style to go after, and not that I've met people just by starting this show, right? I was never a wrestler, so
Yeah,
my son is a wrestler, and that's how I got into it. And but some people I met, like Coach Joe Betterman, he's got a school that he has out in Colorado, and he's a Greco guy, and
yeah,
program out there. And then um, Coach Hall, who's up in Wisconsin, was a
yeah,
three-time Olympian in Greco, and he's got a big facility up there. And then I know Terry Style Wrestling I spoke to down in Georgia, who's he's a big Greco guy too. So I mean, you're obviously in wrestling way deeper than I am, but I'm sure you've met some people. But those are some names that I've met that seems like would be. And over in Colorado, you got the training center, right? So you could
yeah,
probably
the training center.
throw around a little bit, throw, get thrown, whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no NBA or NFL for wrestling, obviously. So that's the next step, and I feel like I still haven't, reached my peak, and I'm still getting better every day. So why would I stop now or go on to life when I still see myself making progress and getting better?
Yeah, and while you're young, do it.
Yeah, yeah,
What about talk about wrestling in the NAIA? You know, I've learned uh, I didn't know anything. I don't even think I knew the NAIA existed when I first. I mean, I heard of the teams.
yeah,
I didn't know it was the NAIA, right? And then now I've learned about this division that's just incredible. And talk about wrestling in the NAIA and the opportunities it's given you. And what do you say to kids that say, well, I want to, I don't, they think they're not going to get tough wrestling, or they think they're not going to get an opportunity to wrestle against some of the kids from the division series. That's all false, correct?
yeah. I meant definitely, especially in the sport of wrestling. Like, I mean, when I first came to Grandview, there were still four-time national champs, so it was on the rise. But there was still a lot of people who haven't really heard of Grandview or the NAIA division. And like the older I've gotten, like the more it's kind of grown, and because I feel like it's just creating another opportunity for wrestlers who with NCAA eligibility and stuff who maybe don't have eligibility in that or just maybe didn't succeed in another division or just want a different opportunity because I mean not every kid can get a great scholarship to go to a Division I school. I mean that's always like a dream, but for a lot of kids, I mean it's not always realistic where you can come in and get a little bit of money and then pay the rest. So for me, I mean really in NAI, I was able to come to the best wrestling school in the country and get academic and athletic scholarship, and then I don't have to ask my parents for money every year, and it's really nice. And like I feel like Grandview as a whole, we've kind of crushed that like division bear, especially like going to Reno, and we really only wrestle the toughest schools throughout the year. So I mean, when we get to nationals, we've already wrestled guys from Iowa, UNI, Iowa State, and then out at Reno from Oklahoma State, Michigan State, Old Dominion, just a bunch of top Division I schools. So and then when we get to our nationals, it's just just another tournament really. The
Yeah,
next
I don't think there's a lot of kids out there that think that, hopefully they hear you say that. Wow, I didn't know that Grandview gets to wrestle Iowa and Iowa State,
yeah.
Oklahoma. No, they don't know that. So that's awesome. Plus, education is top notch. Plus, maybe smaller classes, so you get to a little more one-on-one, right? So
Yeah, for me personally, that was a big thing too. Having the smaller classes and the one-on-one attention from professors that was really helpful to me. That a lot of kids don't get at bigger schools.
So what would you recommend to, like juniors and seniors out there to prepare for college wrestling?
To just prepare for college wrestling in general?
Yes, sir.
Um, Man, I'd say just keep finding ways to get better. Like even if I don't care if you're the best or not, you don't expect to be that good in college, but if you just keep that mindset that you just want to focus on getting better and stay driven, just keep moving forward, then good things will come. I mean, I've had teammates who like weren't even state place winners in college or in high school, and then they come to college and become all Americans. And just like, college is it's literally a fresh start for, people who didn't achieve their goal in high school, or even if you did, it's just another chance, another opportunity. So just the opportunity is very, very rare. And I would just say, don't waste it, because it does go by quick. I'm here as a 6-year senior, and man, my career has flown by. So I got one more year to achieve my goal. So
And then get on with it, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
So when you feel like you got a lot of time, just train every day like you don't.
absolutely, and well said. And what were some of your talk about maybe some of your most memorable college moments, or some things that you'll look back on and go, "Wow, man, that was cool. That was awesome. I'm glad I did that." Or, "Man, that guy whooped my ass. It made me go back and get better." Or, whatever.
Yeah, I'd probably say my sophomore year of JUCOs, I made 197, and coming into college, I was a heavyweight, and I wrestled heavyweight in high school, and I got pretty big, so I made it a goal to myself to really to lock in and take my college career to the next level. So making 97 was like a big part of that, and I was still in junior college, so I meant that was a chance, for me to prove myself again and get back on track. So I got down to 197 by national duels, and then actually to become, or for our team to become team All Americans, I won the last match, and it was at 197. So if I had not made that weight, then possibly have had that. So it was just one of the cooler moments and something special for me, because after that, I just kind of kept that same mindset and focus, and then went down to 184 and 74.
And
Kinda,
now you're ready to do your thing this year at the lighter weight.
oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I'll be back down to 174 and been
And
training and
feel,
focus hard more than ever.
feel okay at that weight? Do you feel strong at that weight, or do you feel a lot
Yeah,
of energy, or have you
yeah,
come
I
that way?
I definitely feel like I'm stronger at that weight, because like I said, coming in I was a heavyweight, so I was used to being a little dude wrestling some big dudes, which was fun, always, surprising people and handling bigger people. But I like being the bigger one, and I don't get more fatigued or lose energy. Like I feel like I'm even more energized, and I just feel more confident, and I'm able to utilize my body more. So I prefer being down at 174.
That's awesome. Cole Mannion, my man Rangel.
Yep, Cole Mannion.
Yeah, he said, "There's my man Rangel.
Yeah.
He's a good dude."
Yep, Cole's a man. He was my teammate last year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, he's across the country now from you, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so I got some questions for you. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Always ready.
All right. Bebops or zombie burger?
Neither. Neither. I'm going to Subway.
Going to Subway.
Yep, yep. Because that just wouldn't be championship lifestyle, to go to Bebops or a burger place. I'd have to go.
Yeah, but I heard one of them's got some
Mediocre.
killer. I heard one of them's got some killer milkshakes.
Yeah, that's something I don't need, especially when I'm getting down to 174. But maybe when it's all said and done, if I hadn't choose to celebrate, definitely a zombie burger.
All right. Taco pizza or breakfast pizza?
Breakfast pizza for sure. I
Blank.
just never been a big taco pizza fan.
I never even knew it existed till I read stuff in Iowa.
Yeah.
Blank Park Zoo or History Farms?
Um, Definitely the zoo. I like animals, so
Scotcheroos or Dutch letters?
I've never had either, to be honest.
All right.
But Scotcheroo sounds cooler, so I'm going Scotcheroo.
What the hell's going on downstairs? The kids are working out, but I just heard like loud bangs.
Yeah, they're probably wrestling down there.
Yeah. Adventureland or Heritage Carousel?
Oh, Adventureland for sure.
That Tenderloin or the Iowa Chops?
Tenderloin.
Birdland Park or Union Park?
Union Park.
Made Right or Sloppy Joe's?
Depends on the mood, but most likely Made Right.
I heard that place is dope.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The Art Center or the Science Center?
Science Center.
Fried catfish or hot chicken?
Hot chicken for sure.
You know what? I may have some. Let's see here. What do I got? Here we go. We could do some wrestling stuff. Single leg or double leg?
Definitely a single leg guy, low single or outside single. But I'm working on my double.
High crotch or hip toss?
What was that?
High crotch or hip toss?
Actually, a headlock's like my specialty move, so definitely headlock.
Like that. Fireman's carry or ankle pick?
Fireman's.
The cradle or the half?
I got a mean half, so that way I can, crank it in there.
I like it. So the leg ride tilts or the roll through tilts?
I'm a leg rider.
See, look at that. You got 15 questions.
Dang, look at that.
Damn, you're dope. You not just 10, 15. I don't know. I just felt like we should go that route. So since you're cutting weight, I probably shouldn't have went the food thing with you, because now you'll be like, damn, what a dick.
I'll try not to think about it too much.
It's funny. Well, that's cool, man. Hey, man, I'm so happy you came on. Is there anything else you'd like to shout out to anybody? Is there anything else you would like to discuss? Or
I'd like to ask you. I mean, you said that you weren't a wrestler or anything. So, like, what made you want to like get started with the show and stuff? And like, how did you come about this?
so, my son found the wrestling room in 7th grade. So
Yeah.
and I'm sure people out there, some people have heard it, but he's always been young for his grade. So he was 12 years old in 7th grade and kind of short and heavy. He's got ADHD. So they started a wrestling program the year before. He found the wrestling room. And from that point on, you could see what wrestling was doing for him.
Yeah.
Just a person. So he went 0-30, 7th and 8th grade, right? He's wrestling high school at 12 and 13.
Yeah.
So he goes 0-30. He's got great coaches. They're mentoring him. You can see the changes happening. I don't know if you hear that, but you can hear the changes happening. And, all of a sudden someone kept telling me, hey, you got to look for off-season wrestling. I think one of the coaches or somebody was like, hey, go look at off-season wrestling. So I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I was Googling off-season wrestling. I figured when I played basketball, as I took more shots, I'd get better at taking shots. So in my mind, I thought, okay, well, he just has to wrestle. So let me find some tournaments. So I found a tournament like 45 minutes from me, and I was like, well, shit, I can make it there. So I took him and I paid the $20, and they told me I had to get an AAU card. So I was on the phone, like trying to do that.
Yeah.
And then off my kids went, right? And I get up in the stands and the parents were just like, hey, who are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm Dan. What club are you with? I'm like, what's a club? Like, legit, I had no idea. I'm like, they're with a school.
Yeah.
No, we're all with clubs. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, really? I'm like, school. So they were just the whole family, everybody was just so forthcoming. And they were like, oh man, well, this is called the ECW AAU tour. This is the first thing. What's your phone number? They started sending me like different places to sign up for tournaments. They sent me clubs in the area. They were like, hey, you really got to get your son involved in this stuff. And then parents were picking him up off the mat, other kids. It was like, I never felt anything like that before. It just felt like, wow, I think I'm really part of a community that's real dope. So then I went through the off season, and I got to meet so many cool people. We found a club, and you just could feel that family atmosphere. And then I was seeing stories of these amazing kids that were getting to college that would have never had that opportunity,
Yeah.
that were becoming, suit and tie businessmen, that were going off to Ivy League schools, that were going off to college that maybe wouldn't have even had that opportunity. And I was like, wow, shit, man, people need to know about this sport. And I was sitting here and I'm like, man, I'm gonna start a show. I want everybody who wants to be on it because I want people to know there's wrestling out there. Because look, good kids find wrestling rooms that have nothing wrong with them. That happens, right? But for the most part, we're medicating kids with ADHD. We're medicating kids that have issues. We're seeing kids that are being bullied, unfortunately, go off and commit suicide or become anxiety ridden with things that can affect you long term in life, when there's a sport out there that's for you. Like,
Yeah.
get your kids into a wrestling room, even if they're not competing tournament wise. Get them in the practice room. Get them around these coaches. Get them around these kids. They're gonna get they're just gonna become so many. Words can't even explain what I think, because I can't even get them out on time. But I feel like there's a better way, and wrestling really does that. And I've seen it over the last 2 years. I know people like yourself have probably seen it for a lifetime, and other parents have seen it for a lifetime. I've only experienced it short term, so I didn't know how to give back. And because I'm not a wrestler, I never wrestled, so I wasn't gonna go over and start a club or be a coach or something, because I don't know the first thing about that. So I started this show, and just one after the other, and now I've done, I don't know, 230 of these.
Yeah.
And I just hope it's making a difference. I hope people are seeing them. I hope people are watching them. I hope people are going back and listening to these great college and high school coaches and these clinicians and these kids like yourself that are in college, and they're hearing stories of, hey man, you can do it, keep going. Or, hey, this is what we expect when we're recruiting. So tweak that, like just little things. Or, hey, my life sucked and I made it, you can too, or whatever. So that's kind of it, man. Well, I believe we're still live, and maybe we lost him. Well, maybe he'll get back on here. Always something with my show. Let's see. Well, it was really fun telling the story. Oh man, I think we lost my man Rangel. Maybe he's messaging me. Oh, he's messaging. Oh, there he is. Boom.
Hello. Yeah. Sorry about that. It disconnected.
No worries, man. But yeah, so that's why I started it, man, and it's just been amazing, and I hope it's making a difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome, and all of the above is like so true. Just how many opportunities wrestling creates, and how many different lives it can change. I mean, I've known all types of different people from different races and backgrounds, and with the different problems that they're going through, and we just all come together and can share a similar sport or craft that can make us better in one way or another, on or off the mat.
Yeah, and I've talked to kids now on here, and adults, and even kids that are still in high school, that say to me, man, my grades weren't going in the right direction, and then I found wrestling. And it was like, man, I loved it so much that the coaches held me accountable. It was so amazing. And now my grades started to go up. It was like that competitor in me was like, well, I can't let my grades get lower than. So now these kids are not only competing to be the best on the wrestling mat, now they're like, okay, I can't let my grades fall below that guy's grade. And it becomes a good competition. And then next thing you know, they're signing a college letter of intent, and off they go. And that's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's half of the battle right there is, education. And when you get to college, you don't have the option to slack off in school and then just get by in wrestling. Like, you have to, especially at Grandview, you're held to a certain standard, with being, you have to be the best version of yourself on the mat, but off the mat too, in the classroom. And the mindset just kind of works with each other. Just taking that same mindset in wrestling, like, I want to be the best. I want to do whatever I can. If I'm not good here, I'm going to work on it and get better. It's like taking that same mindset and drive into the classroom. I mean, in high school, I wasn't smart by any means. I think I had like a 2.5, 2.6 GPA. But I got to college and I've had semesters where I've had a 3.8, 3.9. Like, I've made dean's list and president's list just because I realize, how important it is. And I'm not doing it for anyone else or for my, parents to, not to be mad that I got bad grades, but it's for me and for the future. And just, I want to be the best on the mat everywhere I can.
Man, that's awesome. And man, and I appreciate you asking me. So that was cool. Got to kind of flip the script a little bit. And that's been fun, man. I'm just trying to, make a difference. So hopefully it is.
Yeah, well, I think you are. I mean, it's awesome what you're doing with your show and finding like an area that you can make a difference in. Because like you said, you didn't want to like start a club or do something like that, but you definitely found something that you're good at, and I feel like it's working well. And especially during right now with COVID and everything, and with people having to spend more time indoors, like, it gives them something to watch and in a different way to get better than being on the mat. They could, watch your show and look at all these great wrestlers and coaches and take stuff, write down stuff from them and see how they can apply that to themselves.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the support, and obviously the support from NAIA schools, and especially Grandview with your coaches over there and everybody I've had come on. And and then other places, Omi and Nick and Jake, and I can keep going with all these NAIA schools and new girl programs that are out there that I've been on, and it's just been fun. I've learned a lot. It's made me do, take some coaching courses just to learn and better myself, and I can't wait to see the sport through these new eyes, because it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And, I just want to see how I act, react, see things differently, understand a little more. So,
Yeah.
but I know that I got a lot of awesome kids to root for and adults to root for now. So I'll definitely be I'll be adding you to the list. And yeah, any of your buddies want to come on, and coach wants to come on, and your coaches, yeah, please, man. You got my link, right? I sent it to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it.
So feel free to share with your buddies.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds. Yeah, I enjoyed talking to you and really appreciate you having me on and letting me talk about my career and my experience and stuff. So I appreciate that, and hopefully we can talk again sometime.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Let me know. You see, I got you guys wrapping up there.
Yeah, I like it. That's the best looking logo up there, actually. Oh,
Yep.
I mean, and the word wrestling live. That one's pretty cool too. And then the GB wrestling.
Not as good
My
as
two
you.
favorites.
All right, my brother. Well, hey, thank you so much, man. It was an honor to meet you, and man, keep kicking life's ass, okay?
All right, thank you. Great to meet you too, and look forward to talking to you again.
Absolutely. Anytime. You hit me up.
Thank you. Have a good one.